today I am at a different location. I keep going on these cool and different field trips. And today I'm at Oregon Flock and Fiber at the Albany Fairgrounds in Albany, Oregon. Now, part of what I'm doing here is to see kind of what different people are doing for both fiber and business, but also remember self-reliance is part of what we do, and meeting up with people here to help themselves become more self-reliant is kind of a big deal. And as I'm talking to people, it's kind of nice to see why and how they got into what they're doing. And like, we have this nice farm here, Fur Acres, and it's a beautiful booth that they've done a lot of different things, felting including, using this is a beautiful piece that they have here. And they have a host of different things from just all fiber related. And the cool thing about this particular event is that there are literally hundreds of vendors and hundreds of products that people can buy and kind of get into fiber in different levels. And fiber being, you know, anything from alpacas to Angora goats, rabbits, all that sort of good things. And it's just kind of nice to see all these different vendors that will show you. And as we get poking around, you can see there's these nice setups, and it's just kind of fun to see these new things and different things. And having these festivals like this, to me, is like, it's like candy. It's like going to Disneyland. And this nice lady, and we're live on YouTube.
Okay.
But these nice ladies lent me a table yesterday. So, woohoo! So I'm going to ask you now that we're going live. So, can you tell us about what you do here?
Sure. My name's Alexandra, and I'm the inspiration for Alexandra, the Art of Yarn.
Okay.
I consider myself an artist who just happens to paint string.
Sweet.
And we're an Oregon-based company,
Okay.
so all the lines of yarns and fibers, they all have Oregon names.
Oh, fun.
And then we offer sweater quantity and DK and some sparkle choices. We have mini skeins over here.
Sweet.
Just little pops of color. What we really do that is exclusively for us in-house is we make those gradients over there.
Oh, fun.
And we make all the blanks ourselves, and then
Awesome.
we paint them. And then I spend lots of hours with a ball winder.
Awesome. So, where are you in Oregon?
We live in Salem.
Okay, cool. And what got you started doing string stuffs?
So, in 91, I got sober.
Okay.
And in 93, they made all public spaces non-smoking. And I couldn't sit still in a chair.
Oh, no.
So, I needed something to do with my hands.
Had needed energy release.
Crochet,
Yeah.
and I made, I don't know, that first year I probably made 5,000, baby blankets.
Wow.
For babies, because that was the thing at
Yeah.
the time.
You started
But
out
I
big.
really wanted to learn how to make socks.
Awesome.
And so I walked
Socks
into
would
a
be fun.
yarn store. They taught me how to start
do it?
knitting, and
Yeah.
then, the rest is history. It kind of just
Sweet.
one thing led to the next thing, that led to the next thing.
Awesome. Cool. Good deal.
And so,
Yeah.
that's kind of how we started out.
And did you do these pieces up here?
I did a few of them.
They're awesome.
I do have a couple test knitters that do some work for me.
Yeah.
I'm big on the barter system.
Ooh, that's cool.
And then I also sell wholesale, so some of my samples came from stores after they did their knit along.
Yeah, cool.
I'll buy their sample.
Awesome. So, if somebody wanted to purchase any of your things, where could they find you?
They would
Besides
go
here.
to alexandratheartofyarn.com.
Sweet.
And there's a website there, and it just shows you everything
All the
there
goods?
that you can purchase.
Bonus points. Sweet. Well, much thanks. And hey, thank you for your cart yesterday.
No problem. Enjoy your day.
Thanks.
And
Yeah.
thank you for coming to OFF.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Yes, very fun.
So you can see that, it's just fun why people decide to do their job and kind of what gets them into things. And you can see that there's just kind of some nice varieties as we walk around. Ooh, I'm drawn to this one because of the loom. This is fun. But then if I remember right, seeing here yesterday, there's a family or a farm over here that does goat's milk cheese. I believe they're from Washington. And then there's, I like this Spinner's Candy. Hi, I'm Kathy with the Traveling Homesteader, and we're doing a little bit of a live feed. Hi, and so we're just kind of chatting with people and seeing kind of the hows and whys of things. So I take it you are Spinner's Candy. Ta-da! So, tell us about what you're doing.
I'm actually tying in ends on a
Oh, fun.
stainless Smith that's hand spun, made out of Angora and wool.
Sweet. And is that with some of what you have here in your shop?
I just sell the mitts. I have several available.
Awesome.
And then I raise the Angora rabbits.
Oh, bonus.
Yeah.
So what got you doing Angora rabbits? You're the first person I've met that does the rabbits.
There's actually quite a few people
Yeah?
that do rabbits.
Sweet.
Yeah. I show them.
Awesome.
And I actually went to spend because of that.
Ah, that's awesome. How did you first get started in the rabbits?
I bought a rabbit at Coastal Farm.
Oh, nice.
A little Jersey Woolly. Her name is
Aw.
Ginger.
Oh, nice.
My rabbit's name is Ginger's Woolly.
Oh, nice.
She was this big and she was so cute and she was not very social.
Oh, no.
Not very friendly. Her daughter was wonderful and important.
Sweet. Awesome. So, what got you started in, I mean, she got you started knitting, but then did she, and I like that.
Yeah.
But how did you get to this from the one antisocial rabbit?
Well, I went to a rabbit show and I found an English Angora.
Ah.
I actually have some stuff from
No
English
kidding.
Angora. This is English Angora.
Nice.
Hand spun, it's pure Angora. It's super soft.
Nice. That looks beautiful.
And I went to a show. I went to Oregon Flock and Fiber
Okay.
Festival.
Yeah. When it was up in Canby?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. How did you like that?
I loved that
Yeah.
venue. It was
It's
my
awesome.
home venue.
Yeah.
It was just like being at home.
So you're here in Oregon then?
Yes, I work in Canada.
Awesome. Canby's a pretty town.
It is a really sweet little town. And so anyway, I was selling my Angora rabbits, and a friend from high school came over with a drop spindle and said,
What is
I
this?
learned how to do
Nice.
And I already knew how to knit and crochet, and I had the money in my pocket. So
Sweet.
I went and bought a drop spindle.
Bonus points. Cool. Well, good deal. Now, if people wanted to kind of check out what you have to offer, do you have a website or anything? Or
I do have Etsy. It's on vacation mode right now.
Okay.
I am going to the National Rabbit Convention, and
Ooh.
I have it on vacation mode when I'm doing 5 years.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I see you have a card. I may just do a little snapshot of that so people can be like, oh, look. So, yeah.
I'm also in the Waffles. Wool
Ah.
and Fiber Arts online sales that are on Facebook.
Okay. Sweet. Bonus points.
There's quite a few vendors here. We had get-togethers with customers as well as other vendors.
Awesome. So that people can find you on Marketplace under your Spinner's Candy.
Yes.
Ah, that's sweet. Well, much thanks, nice lady. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
and
you.
I hope you make your millions.
My millions. I don't think I have millions worth of fiber.
Oh, darn. Close.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Have fun. So, see, and then there's... Anyway, squirrel moment. Get to get distracted by fun things. Hello. I'm Kathy with the Traveling Homesteader, and we're doing a little bit of a live blip. And I think I saw you guys yesterday when I was poking around.
I was in a class all day, so I didn't get to meet you.
Oh, man. So, I'm Kathy. What's your name?
Laura.
Laura.
Nice.
Nice. And you have Black Sheep Fiber
We're
Emporium?
Black Sheep Fiber Emporium, but we're actually 3 stores in one this year.
Really?
So we are Black Sheep Fiber Emporium. We are Unusual.
Ah.
or UWE.
Yeah.
And then we're also Blazing Fibers. And all
Sweet.
3 of us are Clancy.
Ooh.
So everything's the same.
Ooh. That's kind of fancy.
All the books are $10 or less.
Sweet.
And then we have a lot of one-of-a-kind hand dyes from 2 different dyers that are all
Ah.
at least 30% off.
Bonus points.
So yeah, it's
So-
fun. It's sort of like a dig through bin kind of sale.
Bonus.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get that tactile.
Sweet. So I'm gonna just get your information here. So in case people wanted to kind of see more,
Yeah.
they could.
And show's running till 4 today,
Bonus points.
so people should come.
Yes.
It's not as crowded as yesterday, so it's
Yeah.
very safe.
Saturday was the day, huh?
Ah,
Yeah. Well, thank you much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hope you have fun.
I already am.
Yes.
Enjoy.
See you later. So, yeah, so see, there's different things going on. I think the people I was looking to see are actually right over here, the creamery people. But again, squirrel moment. We have these cool different fibers, and in this case, it's a Border Leicester Jacob cross. This nice, beautiful fleece in the raw with a decent staple length, probably about 2-3 inches. Kind of nice, and just different options. And so you can kind of see that there's a lot of different options what people come together in a common goal of fiber. As you can see, this is kind of one end of things. Hello. Good, how are you? So, my name is Kathy, and I'm with the Traveling Homesteader. And I'm doing a bit of a live here about what different people are doing with their products at OFFF. So, what do you have here?
Did you stop at the other side of the building?
I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have East Frisian wool,
Awesome.
which is a dairy free.
Okay.
So it's a secondary product. Our first
Okay.
product is milk.
I was gonna say, okay,
Yeah.
because I actually saw this as I was passing by yesterday, and it looked rather interesting, and I hadn't thought to milk a sheep like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the least allergenic of the animal milks that are most common.
Okay.
Cow's most allergenic, goat is second, the middle, and then the sheep is the least allergenic.
Okay.
And it's a very sweet, rich milk.
Okay. Awesome. Cool.
That's
So,
great wool.
so
These are knit from the wool from the.
awesome.
So it
Great
really
natural
does
colors,
help.
too.
Yeah, yeah. They are
Cool.
lovely girls.
And what are you working on now?
It's a sweater.
Awesome. Cool. And it looks like you have soap as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Apple cider soap.
Yeah.
That's an awesome. I would not have thought of that flavor, but that's awesome. Ooh, smells good too. So, what got you guys into essentially soap making, fiber, and Jeez.
That was born with but yeah, whenever I drank milk
Yeah.
and nursed him, he
Yeah.
his little head was
Oh.
scabbed.
Oh no.
He got so much eczema.
Huh.
And it turned out it was milk.
No kidding.
And so we leaned into rice milk, which has no calories in it.
Yeah.
And,
Didn't help with the weight.
Great, yeah.
Awesome.
So,
Sweet.
yeah, we can't believe the allergy or sensitivity. But we were, it's like, okay, we're poised to do
Yeah.
these, and then we were.
Sweet. Well, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm finding it interesting how people came to their business because everyone's so different.
It's not
But-
a direct route.
Yes. No. Yeah. And part of what I am doing with Traveling Homesteader is about self-reliance. And so it sounds like you are just like right up. You had to know and find out how to do something for yourself because no one.
For anything before.
Yeah.
The first girl took 45 minutes. She was pretty disgusting. Actually, she fell asleep in it.
Falling asleep on the foot, right?
I'm done with you guys.
Nice. Well, is there a place that if I could point people to your, your product and things?
Best thing is we have a yarn store in Chehalis, so
Okay,
we have
awesome.
the creamery is in the back of the building, so you can see the cheese being made.
Awesome.
And then there's a yarn store and a small cafe out front. So yeah,
Cool. So that's all sorts of good information. I might take that for my own personal use too.
Please
So,
do.
but much thanks.
If you head north, we're right there, just off I-5.
Bonus points. And Chehalis is kind of nice.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a nice little town.
Yeah. Cool. Well, much thanks. Thanks for chatting.
Yeah, Tyson.
Ooh, yeah. I'll have to come over here. Okay, she convinced me. I gotta try some of this. I've been told about this fancy cheese you have. And I'm doing a live feed on YouTube. Is that okay with you guys? No. You look fabulous. So, I see that you have a couple of different varieties. Now, What's the difference between like is it Pecorino, St. Helens, and Tin Willow?
And we also have creamer over here.
Ooh, pear.
So differences are starter cultures and the way, the actual process you make them. So
Okay.
you just end up with different flavors, different textures by how you add starters.
Ah, and I understand that it was because of a child that this all got started.
Yeah, my wife and I had a son 21 years ago. Who
Ah.
cow milk.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that's tasty.
sheep milk, especially the lactose milk,
Yeah. Just didn't pan out.
Or sheep milk are smaller, more digestible.
Sweet. Good deal.
You thrive on it.
Bonus points.
Yeah.
And you kind of are. You even have the stuff for the dogs. That's awesome.
That's the cheese rind. So when we make samples, cutting samples, the extra on the outside of the cheese.
I may have
And
to
you
make
can
friends
also
with that.
put this in soup.
Put it in soup.
Just melt it. Just melt it in there.
No kidding.
Minestrone.
Oh, cool. Oh, no kidding. Sweet. The things you learn. Well, cool. Well, awesome. I may have to come back in a little bit to buy some more to buy some on my own. But this is awesome. I like that you have your
There's some
soaps.
sheep milk in the soaps.
So this is awesome. I'm really glad to have met you guys, and thank you for participating. See you later.
So what's so funny about this?
So this is really cool. This is part of why I like this sort of thing, is because you find things and you find people that have their story that, everybody's different, but they all come to this kind of one location with a common purpose of, fiber. And people even make bags, all sorts of different things. And in a little bit, in fact, we could take a walk over to the animal barn. But there are so many different cool vendors over here as well that it's kind of nice to see what people have to offer. And so many, there's this nice potter and jewelry maker, and people just have beautiful work that they really put an effort into. And if I remember right from my art days, this particular piece right here has burnt horsehair on it. That's what makes those fine lines. But I could be wrong. But that's just a really neat piece. And so, kind of with that in mind, we're going to head over and see if we can find some animals. So, bear with me for a moment and a half. We'll probably find some other things going on here too. But, squirrel. I'm going to look over here, kind of show you some information about the actual Oregon Flax and Fiber crowd. So, we're going to let these people know too. Hello. I'm going to say hello to all of you. And we're doing a bit of a live feed for YouTube in case you're interested. But they have some nice information here for supporting the Oregon Flax and Fiber organization. And in case you want to see, and hello, nice ladies. We're doing a bit of a live feed for the traveling homesteader, which, advertising if you need it. Anyway, squirrel. And I just wanted to kind of get a little bit of information from you guys about Oregon Flax and Fiber. And can you just tell us a little bit about the organization?
All volunteer organization.
Yeah,
And it's been going for 25 years.
yeah,
It's grown quite a lot.
yeah.
Started with 5 women,
Sweet.
and now there's about 24
Wow.
that are on the planning committee,
Cool.
and a lot more people are volunteering.
With all the efforts, huh? Cool.
I'm happy about that. My
Yeah.
motto is, if it isn't fun, we're not going to do it.
Sweet.
So we do have fun.
Awesome.
It has animal shows, fiber shows, fiber sale, everything for sale about fiber animals.
Awesome.
The animals are for sale too.
Bonus points.
Yes. I'm hoping to get the bunnies back soon, but because of the virus that they have.
Darn.
We're missing the virus.
Darn. Yeah, it was nice yesterday to see some llamas and the sheep and the goats. And in fact, I got to see one of the goat classes, which I was like, this is kind of, I didn't know so much about Angora goats. I was like, I wanted to before, but now I'm like, dang, I gotta have it. Well, much thanks, and I appreciate your help. And I hope you guys have some fun.
Thank you.
So now you can see this Oregon Flax and Fiber thing has been around for a little bit of time. And they've moved down to here at the Albany Expo. This is their first year here. They've been up at the Canby Fairgrounds for a number of years. And it was actually kind of fun up there. It had a different ambiance. But this is fun, too. So with that in mind, we're going to take a little walk over and see. Ooh, squirrel, I'm going to show you something real quick that's kind of a collaboration of sorts. So this particular company is Lavender Acres Alpacas, and they're out of Cresswell. But they are also using this, which is from Pendleton Woolen Mills. And in our area, many people probably know Pendleton Woolen Mills for their rugs and blankets and all that good stuff. But they will also sell their ends, their mill ends, and people will use it in things like this for rugs or for other craft-related items. So it's kind of like having a collaboration between Pendleton, which many people know is a commercial endeavor, and then smaller companies or even crafters who don't sell their products will use that as well. So there are more and more people coming, which is really pretty awesome. And as we go out here, we'll see some more people coming in, but we'll also see the food trucks. Hello, hello. Yeah. And we're just gonna take a quick cut across. But as I kind of mentioned in something else, I'll be doing a video on this later, solid video versus live, that the food trucks crowd, while not necessarily fiber related or sheep related, like we have the Thai Express over here, it's small business. And that's something that I think is really important to, as a person who is self-reliant, to consider having your own business, whether it's a food truck or, a craft booth or, a tax company to help people with their taxes. Doing all this really kind of helps set yourself up to know kind of what you want and need for your own gig. Now, with that in mind, so when we do think about self-reliance, and I realize I keep talking self-reliance, and I kind of do that because I find people they're kind of struggling right now and are feeling like they need to depend on someone else or someone bigger. And so if you could try to find a way to do something yourself, like so many of these people are doing, I mean, yeah, they're struggling. I don't want to say struggling. They're small business. And so they have to take different avenues than, say, Walmart or Costco. We buy things from there all the time, which is fine. I'm not against buying from any of them. But we have to also make sure that we know how to make certain things for ourselves. Because if we don't, then how are we going to be able to get by if those aren't around for some reason? So having these small businesses, people become, you might say, not sketchy, but they find a way to kind of come and do things on a more frugal level, and then they can survive longer. So with that in mind, let's go see some of the animals. And as we walk over here, part of the event has people were staying, since the event was yesterday and today, there's camping over here that people could spend overnight. But then beyond that, there's some trailers and things too. And so people are still kind of waking up. It's about 10 o'clock this morning. And so the people are still doing things. And over here, we have a fiber show and sale and an animal show as well. So yesterday was the fiber show, and they put things up for sale after the judging. So there may not be too much fiber left because people probably came and picked it up. There were a lot of people yesterday. So let's see what might be available. See, we even have someone getting shorn here. Now, too, this is kind of nice to see, so everyone can realize that this sheep is getting a haircut. That's all that is. And hopefully, this sheep will feel a little bit better after having this haircut. And hello. I'm gonna go over this way so we can see a little bit better. You can kind of hear all the other sheep going by. But so this looks like this, guys. This is his information. Jacob Valentine from Crabtree, Oregon. So if you guys are around and need a shearer, this is his kind of information. I like that dark side shearing. And the cool part is that you can see that while the sheep is saying, hey, wait a minute, what are you doing to me? It's basically going to feel a whole heck of a lot better after having gotten this haircut. And then this fiber can be processed in a way for us to use in pretty much anything. It could be a blanket or a hat or a sweater or any number of felted items. So this is the kind of where it starts, is raising an animal like this with a good quality fleece, getting sheared, and then from essentially what she has to then this little guy. So they're now going to do a swap, and these nice ladies are going to be taking this fleece, putting it in the bag, and then they're going to come over here and essentially skirt it a little bit to get some of the junkus out that I call. And so nice ladies. My name is Kathy, and I'm the traveling homesteader, and I'm doing a live feed right now. And part of my channel is about self-reliance, and so I'm kind of going on telling people about fiber because I happen to like it a little bit. But this is a process that I've been trying to show people, and so I'm so glad you guys are here doing it. So now, did you guys make this table or bring this table? Ah. So this table is really kind of cool. I like it from what I know, because you can do what this nice lady's doing. Have a kind of a pliable workspace that you let the junkus fall through as needed. Yeah, it's technical. We use technical terms here, right? Yeah, that's it. And sometimes you even get the sheep involved to help with the junkus. But this is kind of a cool setup, and I'll just point out. So this man here. So Jacob, my name is Kathy, and I'm videoing you because you're doing something that's really cool. But I wanted to point out to the viewers your shoes.
Yep.
Now I remember seeing some other shearers with these shoes. Now, are yours leather?
Yep, they're leather.
Okay, I've seen some variations that are felt. Mm-hmm. Now, what got you into shearing, and what made you decide what's the importance of these shoes?
So, lanolin, which is in wool,
Yeah.
makes wood slick. It's an oil.
Yeah.
And so rubber-soled shoes on that
Kind of
makes it
don't work.
slick.
Yeah.
Anyway, the other thing too is I probably spend 90% of my day
Oh, like
on the
that.
sides of my feet.
Yeah.
So if you have a heel, you're going to roll your foot.
Oh, yeah, makes
Just
sense.
break an ankle and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, just as far as comfortability, and then being able to put your feet into
Yeah.
similar positions on the animal.
On the animal.
Helps
Sweet.
you hold the animal still.
Sweet. Good deal. And what got you into shearing?
5th generation.
Bonus points.
Yeah. So
I-
my mom shears, my grandpa sheared, his dad sheared, his dad sheared.
Bonus
So-
points. I may have to. I'm thinking about getting into sheep again, so I may have to make friends. Do you come down Junction City Way at all? Ooh, you're becoming more and more of my friend. Well, awesome. Thank you so much, and I may.
Yeah, no, if you have any questions, just ask.
Sweet, thank you.
I'm a little bit deaf though, so you gotta.
A little louder. It's all good. All right, so we'll kind of watch Jacob go from the start of watching this little lamb. Now, this is a lamb, and am I correct in saying this is a Shetland?
Yes.
Sweet. She actually totally reminds me of my Shetland Molly, and Molly's talked incessantly. So they start off on the belly, and that's a part that is generally not used a whole lot for fiber purposes, unless somebody has a magic spot for belly fiber. But this is kind of, I actually took a class doing this and I've now forgotten, but this is a fun process to me. Now, the important part he's looking at too is he goes slow, kind of down here. Now, this particular animal, as we're seeing, is a female, it looks like, but where his spare hand is without the shears, he will use that on a wether or a ram to hide what's called the pizzle and or essentially the balls, the package that protects. And so he makes sure that the sheep doesn't get cut in those sensitive areas. And then he goes from a specific pattern up the leg. So this lower leg portion here is kind of making way into the blanket of the fleece or the fiber. And the blanket part is what kind of most people like. Then I'll finish coming up the middle and open up the fleece through the neck. Sometimes when the sheep get a little squirrely like that, it's a little bit of a challenge. So they do have to be held in a certain way so they don't get cut, because those shears are pretty sharp. And so you want to make sure that you have the skin nice and taut, and when they wiggle, you're even more so careful. That's the top knot, if I remember right, and they're coming down the line. And so this is kind of neat. It's always nice to me to feel the warm fleece when you go pick it up. So yeah, when you feel the fleece coming right off the sheep, it's really kind of a nice thing.
Starting off with the white Romney Ram Lamb class, going up with this great big powerful ram that's extremely mature for his age, but carries it up along with, he has the mature body. And
here it is, he's almost done. He's maybe one, two more passes, and he's going to be done with that fleece, which is kind of cool. So in just a few minutes, less than 5 minutes, he's been able to take that whole fleece off.
Ideal Romney Ram for me. Going down into second and
There you
third
go.
place, this was the hardest pair between, and then finally just had to decide which one would be the most.
Thank you so much for helping show us that.
Program, and I went with this second place.
And thanks for having such a cute little Shetland sheep. Believe it or not, that's a big old fleece from a little old body.
Third place, he takes off a little bit in the fleece down in the lower legs, but has a great extension of loin, but it's sloping.
So as you can start hearing,
the fourth place
over
ram
here,
just needs more time to grow out. I think that he's a
this is what's
slower
going on in this
maturing ram,
show.
and I would be excited to see what he will do in the next year. And these will be the reserve and green.
So yeah, these are some. I'm doing a YouTube live, so in case you hear me talking.
And right after pair of ram lambs, we'll be doing best fleece rams. So keep your rams close.
So these are the littles. So as we make the transition over to another spot, it's really kind of cool to see what people are offering at OFF. And
So I generally book about 3-4 months ahead of time. So yeah,
And so over here is where they have the fleeces that were judged yesterday and have them for sale. And so you can kind of see, oops, I'm not turned around. So here are some of the results of what happened with certain fleeces. And like you can see here that the first fleece was Alderson, the Romney, second class, solid colored long for sale. It was a lamb and the owners of that sheep. So you can see that there's a lot of different, a lot of these pages and pages of fleeces. I believe yesterday I found out that there was, in fact, there's numbers over here. 450 fleeces went through this area yesterday, which is, you can see as they're laid out over here. And there's a lot of really beautiful fleeces in a variety of types. You can see, so the breed, like here we have some Shetland and Cornwall, Targhee, Wensleydales. We have some Teeswaters over here. So when we think of sheep, a lot of times people think of one breed that you see out in the field, and they're usually meat. But the fiber crowd has, hello. Okay, I'm gonna ask before I'm doing a live on YouTube. Would you guys want to chat for a minute?
No.
Okay, I can handle that. Can I walk around over here?
Sure, go for it.
Thank you.
What? I can't get you the box. No, I'm delivering.
So this is kind of some of the different options of what people have. In fact, I'm going to come over here. This is for goats. So this was the class number 36, white buck kid. And so these are some different options. This one is really kind of nice, and you can see that it's a little bit different than sheep. It's a little finer, but the sheep is, I think, over here. And you can see here, this is a sampling of another type of fiber. So this is the kind of cool part of what I like to see at different fibers. You can see that there's white and different natural colors. So that's it. And just as a side note, so these natural colors, well, different colors, and you can see here, this has a different kind of kink, as does that, really kind of fine. So the white fleeces are more usually a higher price than the natural colors because they can be dyed. And so, but a fleece like this one is a light enough color that you can do something called an over dye. And so that's something that's kind of an interesting thing to do if you get interested in that as well. Anyway, that's a whole other ball of wax. But as you can see, there's a lot of things going on. So, this is a nice big fleece here. I'm kind of like, and that came in at 9.2 pounds. And they're selling this for $100, and it's a, this I can tell is an alpaca. Came in third place in its class, and it's a Hyuka alpaca, which is different than, there's another breed of type of alpaca that's, and I forget now the name of it, but there's two basic varieties of alpaca. And one kind of has this style of fleece, and the other is more dreadlocks. Ooh, this one's kind of nice. I can kind of see why this one got first place because of the color. But it also has a nice fiber to it. I mean, just the whole body is really kind of nice. So for now, we've been kind of tootling around. So you've been able to see kind of a variety of things at the Oregon Flock and Fiber. And you can see that there's some of the animals over here behind me. And it's just really kind of a neat thing to see that this industry is so big. There's a great opportunity for so many different people to be a part of the fiber industry at so many levels. And so if you haven't already, I encourage you to at least check out. You could raise animals, you could, you don't have to have animals to get their fiber. You could knit, spin, felt. You can you can be an organizer of an event like this. That's how we can kind of be involved in different things and kind of find out stuff. So I will see you later, and we'll have a video up of this in the next day to see a little bit different aspects of this particular event. Hope you have a good one. Have fun.